So I just made a video, like literally not 2 seconds ago, about what to expect for Plunder Patrol and what stuff we should be getting at Co, and I'm so pumped. As soon as I was done recording that, I decided to check Facebook and YouTube, and they were revealed. So, now I'm just going to tell you how I think they're going to do in the deck, because that's what I do. Alright, so through the reveals, I was getting scared because all I saw were spells and traps, and we got one extra deck monster, which in all honesty is fair. That's fair. But then, like, at the tail end, I saw two monsters, and we desperately needed them, and I just want to go over them real quick. So, the first one that I want to talk about is the first extra deck monster we got, which is Plunder Patrol Ship List, the Fusion. Okay, so now we've covered all four. We've covered Link with with Captain. We've covered Dark with Morik. We've covered Fire with Braun, and now we have Light with Liss. Now, here's the thing. Do I expect now for us to get a Wind and an Earth? Not likely. I mean, like, yeah, sure. Like, after this set, Return of the Duelist is supposed to be the last set of TCG exclusive, so we'll see about that. But it's nuts, and I don't really think we would get them. And this is me kind of just like backpedaling from what I said in the last video, which now you'll never see, is maybe we don't need them, because we've covered the big four. We've covered Dark, which is one of the most prominent. Same thing with Light now, and Water for Mermails because of their longevity, and Fire because of Salamangreats and Fire cards keep appearing. So now we've covered all the bases. Do we need an Earth and a Wind one now? They'd be nice. I don't know what they'd go over, but it would be nice. But realistically, will we get it? Probably not. Because honestly, that list is so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's a 2000, not that impressive, but it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, it follows the theme of being a level 8. But it's a negator. It negates everything. That's like way over what I expected, and this is great. And it's a quick effect that doesn't need to be equipped, so it's better than Braun and Morik. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Next up is the Fusions card that you don't really need for it, but I guess you can run. This is going to be a tongue twister when you're playing. So Plunder Patrol Ship Shape Ships Shipping. So yeah, that's a tongue twister. I'm just gonna say Ship Shape Shipping. So this one is a fusion. It's a fusion summon one fiend monster from your extra deck. Okay, that's cool. Using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. Okay, that's fair. But with Plunder Patrol, it doesn't really matter. Now here's the effect that got me. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Plunder Patrol monster you control. Equip one emblem of Plunder Patrol or one Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to that target. You can only activate this effect once per turn. So pretty much this is... I'm not sure if this is a quick, because it doesn't say quick effect, so probably not. But the fact that you can dump this now through Foolish Burial Goods or Summoner Monk if you're running it in your build, and then banish it to equip any Plunder Patrol monster you need to the field is great, because like Emblem, which I'll be talking about later, is super good. It's generically really good. It not only boosts your monsters up by 500, they also have grave effects, which is amazing. So speaking of Emblem is the next card I will be talking about. So you gain 500 attack, okay, big effect, and they cannot be targeted by your opponent's monster. Then you can send this card to the graveyard to summon Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster on the field or in the graveyard. I like the fact that it doesn't say your or your opponent, it says on the field. So it can be either or, it can be yours. So that's more diversity. So you can bring out Blackbeard, no problem. Then take the monster that was equipped with this card. So pretty much you move the monster that was equipped to it now onto it. So not bad. And then it also boosted by 500. So Morik becomes 15, Braun becomes 3,000, Liss becomes 25, and Blackbeard becomes 21 off the bat. And if you have Shipyard, you're going up another 5. So it's pretty good. Now Now, Pride of Plunder Patrol. Now, this is the card I'm stoked about. So not only do you get to destroy a card, like this card when you when a Plunder Patrol is sent from the field or from your field to the graveyard, you can activate one of these effects, which is your opponent draws one card, but then you look at your opponent's hand and send one monster from to the grave. That's good. That's free information. That's exactly what Pirates need. They need free information. So that's busted. And then also on the other end, look at your opponent's extra deck and send one monster from to the graveyard. And you can only use one of these. You can only use it once per turn for these effects, but that's amazing. Either way, that's free information from either the hand or the extra deck. And if it's becoming like, you know where this is going, you can like flip it, flip this card, and interrupt your opponent's combos, or interrupt their like, extra deck. Because literally some cards now, like a lot of decks I've noticed, are starting to do one-ofs, even though Lethal Sergeant is back in the game. Just taking care of like that one card they need to really go into their combo, that's now another choke point that you have for this deck, which is great. Now, Plunder Patrol Party is one of these other cards. It's pretty much a draw. It's a draw one, put back one, or yeah, pretty much. It's and then it has a graveyard effect, which is really good. That if you special summon from the extra deck, you can equip it. So honestly, this makes Synchro Summoning, Fusion Summoning, or XYZ Summoning with your card as a normal way more viable. And now they still get their quick effects. And not gonna lie, Brawn with Xyz material is good. It's really good and powerful, in my opinion. Yeah, that was crazy. I was like so nervous, and those were the first ones that were revealed. No one else talked about anything for a while, and then we got we already talked about Pride, and then we got 2 new monsters, and I was so happy. So Bluebeard is actually our version of Mothman. So you can if you control one Plunder Patrol monster except Bluebeard, Shipwright, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that's actually pretty good. It's a free body, so you can either Xyz, Link, and if you have the tuner, you can Synchro. If this card is sent from the hand or monster zone to the graveyard, you can discard one card, draw one card. So you can drop any. So if you, this is just so much better because now you can Synchro into Brawn using him, and then draw and discard a card. And if it wasn't Redbeard used, usually that would suck. But now you can like, drop any of the other. You can drop Redbeard up from your hand and just equip it. That's just so good, so good. And then Golden Hair, the newest Plunder Patrol, which is our other tuner. So now this is a level 4 deck with 2 tuners and 2 non-tuners. And these versions are more focused on special summoning than equipping and special summoning from hand. So these are pretty interesting, and I think they're going to be really good. Like honestly, I told myself, and I've been telling everybody, all Plunder Patrol needs is 2 more monsters in the main deck, and we are going to be fine. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with that statement. You can send one other Plunder Patrol monster from your hand or face up on the field, or face up to the field, to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can discard one card, special summon this card, but you cannot special summon. This is the one that has the biggest limitation, where it's like you cannot special summon except Plunder Patrol monsters, and that's okay. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. This is kind of like a pinch in like a clutch scenario. So this is more of like, I think, a 2 to 1 of maybe, depending on how playtesting goes with this card. But overall, this is good. Like you can just send cards that you don't need on the field anymore. Like say, or even from your hand. So you can get like you can send this with, you can special summon this with by sending to the grave Whitebeard. Whitebeard's effect goes off. You get Redbeard or Bluebeard. Great, and then you can Synchro, overlay, or Fusion now if you get the Fusion card. And yeah, this is pretty good. That's pretty solid in my opinion. And I think that's it for the updates. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Yeah, that's 8 cards, and I called that prediction. Like, we're gonna get like 8 cards, and yo, I'm so excited now. I am prepared to drop money on these cards because not only is the only secret list, so that's gonna be easy to get. Everything else is ultra, super, or common, so very easy to get. And you know, with everything the deck already had from the get-go, this is going to be very solid. All you have to do now is find some room, and even I'm just thinking if I ever run into the mirror match, this is going to be fun, because now we both have lists, and we just like, I can just super poly it away to get my list. This is so good. I know I'm like over predicting, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about the new Plunder Patrol support, because it looks great in my opinion. The list alone was a good card that was needed, and everything else is a good plus. Like the 2 monsters, I told myself I didn't care what their effects were as long as they had Plunder Patrol in their name, and one of them actually has a really good effect of drawing and, you know, discarding cards, which could be very useful. You know, if you even if you have like the and this is any card, so you can just drop anything. You can drop Shipyard, you can drop the Trap card, you can drop the Fusion card. You can drop a lot of the cards you don't need in your hand that would be better off in the grave, and it just gets better and better. Yeah, and everything else right now is, I'm excited. I can't wait for Corn to be done. I can't wait to like order these cards. If it takes this long, I might just order from the EU, but probably not because I have no one to play with. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm sorry. I'm prolonging this video longer than it should be. But yeah. Anyway, please let me know in the comments section down below what you think of the new support. What do you like? What don't you like? Do you think we're gonna get Earth and win now? Do you think this is it for Plunder Patrol? And do you think it has the potential to go up the tier ranking? Like, can it be more than just a tier 2 deck? Can it be tier 1? Can it be tier 1.5? Do you think it can even be 0.5 or even 0? Let me know. Alright guys, this is Justin, aka MHero25, signing out. Peace.